All right, hello. Well, yet again, it's just another Eric Stoltz video. Um, we're decoding the difference between the two pictures. I guess, well, I say the two pictures. We see this one in the film, okay? You see my cursor. And then this is the picture they took with Eric Stoltz, okay, playing Marty. Okay, so already we've got some interesting stuff going on with the symbolism in each picture. Okay, I'm going to talk through some of that stuff, um, and yeah, we'll just do a bit of a decode on it. This comes off of, actually, I watched We Seek We Find's video that he put out this morning, um, and I watched that video and I hadn't seen this before. This version alongside the one that we see in the film, and I'm like, oh man, there's a lot being said there. And the thing is, when they go to the effort of actually, changing things like this, so obviously, you know, I mean, staging a different uh, picture. I mean, that you can't argue. Well, it probably just happened like that. It was just, they didn't really want Eric Stoltz, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he's put in it for a reason. Yeah, and I think it's his birthday's the reason. But um, we're going to go through it now, and you can be the judge of it. But, this is uh, this is a lot deeper than it keeps going deeper and deeper, deeper. This one, okay. Where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? Okay, well, as I said, I watched this on We Seek We Find's video, and somebody else actually had noticed the differences here as well. They left a comment, Kerry, Kerry. You can find it on the video here, but I'm just gonna mention something that Kerry says here. The girl in the middle gives us a 101. Okay, and what they do. So the first thing is they've changed Linda here from being on the end, okay, to coming over to the middle, right? What we've got going on here, the number one, and of course the female is the 0. Okay, we're going down to genitalia here that gives us those numbers. Okay, so again, what we've got here is 101, which is Hoover Dam gematria, and you'll notice that Linda here has the HV on her sweater. Okay, so of course HV, Hoover, the two syllables in Hoover are starting with a H and starting with a V, Hoover. Okay, so I thought that's pretty interesting. Obviously they've changed her as well here, into being, she is now also wearing black here. If you notice, Dave, I'm going to go into something here that I feel kind of stupid not realizing this earlier, but I'm going to go into something here in a minute with Dave. Again, here we go with the arm symbolism changing. Here he's got his right arm up, the right arm of God. Okay, the right is the right path. Okay, it's that simple. Again, with right eye, left eye symbolism with the sun and the moon, obviously the right eye is the sun. Okay, the eye of Ra. The sun, again, Jesus, the sun, that symbolism is all to do with the physical world. Okay, and the physical world is all to do with following God's the proper, the laws that are put there by God. Okay, they can't be changed by man. On this side, though, what's happened is Eric's gone into, Linda's gone into a place where man has, created the world around them. Okay, so those laws of nature, the laws that God placed there, have been changed by man. This is the problem. This is why we're controlled by the metaphysical. Okay, this is somebody else's ideas controlling us. Anyway, So we have that switch over again to the left hand. This left hand is the left hand of man. This is the moon. This is the fiction. Okay, this is the spiritual. And the problem with the spiritual is it can be manipulated. All right, whereas the physical, it can't be. It's there. It's always there for you to be able to look out the window and say, if I just follow what God put there, I'll be all right. Anyway, this is interesting because look at the backdrop here. They're in nature here. Okay, check the nature out. Check the plants, the green. What have they got here? They've got a brick bloody wall. Looks like adobe or something, but it kind of, again, with the idea of the wall being the dam, the Hoover Dam is the wall that is the container. This is the enclosure of nature. This is what we had. This is one of the big things that happened in America when settlers came here. They enclosed, they fenced off, they reference it in Back to the Future with the barbed wire salesman. They fenced off nature. They enclosed nature. Okay, and that's what we do as men. We contain things. We build containers. Okay, here we go with the door is shut here. Yeah. So this is all to do with man's ability to create civilization and to create look at the wheel here, an invention. Man's greatest invention right here. This is what man does. He uses the metaphysical realm, his imagination, to create things. He manifests them into the real world, and that's what the Matrix is, the manifestation of ideas. Okay, and this is what inevitably ends up controlling us. All this stuff that we create, all the stuff that we crave, we go on to crave those things, and that ends up controlling us. This is why we're not free. Okay. Over here we got Marty wearing the blues again, as the Virgin Mary, or the Holy Spirit. Obviously, the Holy Spirit, coming down from heaven, raining down on us, like the rain raining down on us. The rain is, water. Again, the thing that creates life is the Holy Spirit. Okay, look where they're stood, right by a well here. This reference to the holy spiritual side of things. The pure water from the well here, whereas over here we've got the black water from the what's black water? It comes from the toilet. Okay, that's the black water, the contaminated with the feces and all the other detritus. I mean, it's the black water is, again, all the deaths on the toilet. You know what I mean? All the references to the plumbing. Yeah. So we got a whole bunch of stuff coming on, right? But again, without spending too long on this, I feel like a complete fool now, but I'm going to point something out. Dave also plays Jimmy in Superman the movie. In fact, he's in all the Supermans. He plays Jimmy Olsen. Okay, if I'm getting that right. He's the photographer. Okay, that is on the Hoover Dam when it starts falling in Superman. Okay, and Superman comes and saves him. Superman here. Who's wearing the Superman colors here? Marty. Who saves Dave? Dave's disappearing. Who saves Dave? Marty saves Dave. Okay, Marty is Superman. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It's super interesting. I think, I think I'm pretty much there with what I'm saying here. But again, the building here, this idea of enclosing nature, and this idea of being free here. Okay. I think there's, I mean, I could talk about Mickey Mouse, and I could, you know, Mickey Mouse shows up quite a few times in the whole thing. And again, remember, Mickey Mouse's best friend, Pluto, the man, spaceman from Pluto, right here. Yeah, or you know, spaceman from Pluto. Again, you know, we go around in circles with the references. I'm gonna leave it there for this one. Actually, before I actually know, there's something else interesting. Let me go to, actually his real name is Mark McClure. McClure. I don't know how you say that, but anyway, I want to just show you his birthday because this is very interesting as well. March the 31st. If I take you to the chart of Lorraine, for new people, this is a chart that I use with my decoding, right? Check this video out for a bit of an explanation, okay? But there's an important cross in here, okay? And this important cross, which is this set of numbers here, this set of numbers here, this set of numbers here encodes this number right here, the 59, which again, the 59 is actually, could actually potentially be the encoding for giving us our day jumps on the dollar bill that take us to the 29th of September, okay, the day that I've got pegged right now, okay. So this is important, this set of day jumps here, potentially. Again, we've got the this number here, this 331, okay, and then we've got the 23 and 53, okay. And I just did that last video with the Eric Stoltz with the diner, okay, and on that number plate, okay. So I'm back on that video that I made about Eric Stoltz here, Eric Stoltz's diner, right? And actually, just coincidentally, I want to just note that this video, it says 11:28 here, is actually 11 minutes and 29 seconds long. This is just how this stuff comes out, you know. I just stop it, start it, and this is where it comes out, right? 11:29. Just bear that in the back of your mind for 1 second, because we'll come on to the date that's important there in about 5 minutes, right? I want to go down to here. Okay, the number plate. Thank you, Chuck P. He's confirmed it's a 7R53 624. If I could speak. Okay. So the 53. Okay. Again, the 53 is pretty important. In fact, it's referenced right at the start of Back to the Future as well on one of the clocks. I don't really want to get too crazy here, but let me just show you really quickly why that's important. Because in the clocks in Back to the Future, it's referenced as 7:53. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, right at the start. Okay, so this is important. This 53 is important. This is like the final, you know, getting home part thing here, because of course 57 as a cross reference here again takes us to 1010. Okay, 1010. You know, this 57, which is right in here, just do the numerology and get rid of that 0, and so 57 is pretty important. Anyway, I don't want to get too sidetracked, but that was on that number plate in that last decoder, okay, and it's also shown up just recently in the with that jet fighter that went missing. Okay, I said keep your eyes peeled, and decodering, I was actually talking about planes and stealth planes. I don't know if he mentioned that particular jet fighter, but that jet fighter went missing on this date here, Mahomes' birthday right here, and I guess they found it the next day, which, while I'm on the subject of this, which is this set of numbers right here, okay, which is the date I was saying keep your eyes peeled. Well, keep your eyes peeled, and they had to keep their eyes peeled to find that plane, you know. Just crazy. Anyway, this 133. Okay, let me show you again with Mark's. What am I on? Oh gosh, I'll show you this in just a second as well. Hang on a second. Eric Stoltz again. Get off that. Hang on, we're coming to her in just a second. So Mark is born March the 31st. Okay, March the 31st. Sorry, this video is a bit all over the place. Maybe I can edit it a little bit. Here's our March the 31st right here. Okay, and where we're headed to, if we put an arrow here, we're headed over here. Okay, but there's our March 31st. So that is pretty interesting. Let me show you now. Let me put this back in here. Let me now show you Linda, who is Wendy Jo Sperber. I don't know how you say that, but anyway, her birthday. Here you go. We seek September the 15th. So we got 159 there. Very nice. And November the 29th is her death date. November the 29th. I'm telling you, you can't write this stuff because the 11/29. In fact, it's a date that I've looked at before for the Hoover Dam to collapse. 11/29 here is essentially the date that we're looking at right now. Kind of, because it's the same 29. But instead of the 11/29, we are actually looking at this 18 reducing back down to a 9 here. Okay, so we're actually looking at 9/29. Okay, but it's the same. I don't know how to say it. It's the same numbers that we're dealing with here. 11/29. Okay, and again, with these number jumps here, these first set of number jumps, this set of numbers and this set of numbers, we are going 7,810 days from 9/11. Which takes us to 129, and then we're going 7,910 days, which takes us to the 129th day of the year, which is the 9th of May. Okay, and that's our encoding number in the dollar. One of our encoding numbers in the dollar bill. Okay. What else did I want to say? Okay, so. Apart from feeling pretty stupid about not realizing that Dave was actually on the dam himself in probably the most famous Hoover Dam break scenes, which is in the Superman film. You know, this just starts getting crazier and crazier. Maybe a film to go watch. I Wanna Hold Your Hand. This is Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale again. And Wendy and Mark are both in that film together. So again, interesting. I don't know what else to say really. Yeah, here he is. Here's the dam. You know, McDonald's. I'm going to leave it there because I'm just waffling now. Again, I mean, those two pictures, you know, go check out the video. But, you know, these two pictures are just the length that they're going to, you know, to get the messages sort of through are completely crazy, really, at this point in time. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. Okay. I'll catch you on the next one. All right. Thanks for watching. All right. Cheers. Bye.